Well, if someone kills someone, what happens to the person who kills them?
Why did you want this information?
Because I'm going to kill my husband. You're talking as though I killed him.
That's exactly the way I'm talking. That's exactly what the police are saying. Why did she want him dead?
He was no good.
Why?
Because he raped me.
You tell him to keep her out of this case, or I'll kill him.
Not a bad race, but those crazy kids will never make it to Indianapolis.
Crazy they are, but kids they ain't. There's 2 lawyers, a doctor, and my dentist.
Great race. Terrific.
I almost lost it on the last curve.
I saw the trouble, but you handled it good.
Yeah.
Hey, Tony, I'm still too fast for you.
I'll still take you in court anytime.
Well, you're getting closer, but you ain't winning.
Hey, Goldie, there's always a next time, huh? Well, what do I pay for the use of a car?
I'll put it on the tab.
Well, how's that tab doing now?
Well, so far, you owe me 2 divorces, 1 will, and a simple assault.
Oh, I'll see you next week, huh? Yeah, thanks.
Hey, Charlie, let's see what he's left of our engine.
Where are you? I know you're under here. Oh, shoot. Where are you? I think I found you.
Maggie?
Oh, heck fire.
Oh, honey, I'm sorry. You okay?
Oh.
What are you doing, hiding the bill collector there?
Oh, funny. I dropped a $50 and it rolled into the desk.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you have any luck?
I don't think it was worth it.
Come here, baby. Let the magic fingers of Anthony J. Petrocelli do a little work on you.
Ooh. How'd the race go?
Second, but game, you know. How's that?
That's good. A little lower.
Honey, you know, if I do this anymore, we may have to close the office a little early today.
I'd give you my $50 if we do. You just lost 50 cents.
Are you Mr. Petrocelli, is it?
Yes, that's correct. This is my wife, Maggie.
Hello.
Won't you sit down, Miss...
Mrs. Lauren Edwards. No, thank you. I don't feel like sitting.
Well, how can I help you?
Well, I just came to ask you a couple of questions. I'll pay you for your time, of course.
Well, that's okay. Let's talk about it first. What is it you wanted to know?
Do you deal in criminal law, Mr. Petrocelli?
Yes.
Well, if someone kills someone, what happens to the person who kills them?
Did you kill someone?
No.
Oh, well, then it all depends on the circumstances of the killing. I mean, there's manslaughter, there's involuntary manslaughter, there's self-defense, there's an act of war or aggression.
I see.
Are you sure you wouldn't like to sit down?
No, thank you.
Well, if you kill someone without meaning to, then the penalties aren't too severe. If you kill someone at the heat of the moment, then that's a different thing. Of course, if you premeditate and then kill, well, it's from here to eternity in jail.
If there's a minor child involved, if the family is wiped out, does the child become a ward of the court?
Yeah, unless it's a relative.
Well, if there was a sister, could she take the child?
Yeah, I think the court would say so, probably. Look, Mrs. Edwards.
Thank you, Mr. Petrocelli. Will you send the bill to this address?
Mrs. Edwards, if you haven't killed anyone, why did you want this information?
Because I'm going to kill my husband.
Hi, Mr. Petrocelli.
Hey, Willie. How's crime biz going?
Oh, terrific. You know, I got another publisher interested in my story.
You know, that really hurts, Willie. You're making more money on the inside than I am defending you.
You know, it's a good thing we lost that case. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had anything to write about.
Willie, I'm still working on that appeal.
Oh, hey, there's no hurry. Now, I figure that'll be my sequel.
Where did I go wrong? I'll see you, Willie.
Just go right down through those doors right there. Hey, counselor.
Hey, well, what are you doing?
I'd be doing a lot better if you paid me that $5 you owe me.
Oh, come on. What's the fun in betting if you're only in it for the money?
Well, what else is there?
The excitement of picking the winning team.
Well, I'll settle for the excitement of the 5 you lost.
Okay. But keep it warm as toast for Saturday's game.
Warm as toast, my man. Warm as toast.
I'll tell you what, why don't I raise the stakes to $10, huh?
All right with me. When you're hot, you're hot. You're on.
Got it.
Hey, Tony.
Hey, Carter, how you doing?
I haven't arrested anybody all day. Why the honor?
Well, funny thing happened this morning.
Oh, with your author out there?
No. Lady walks into my office, talks to me a while, and tells me she's going to kill her husband.
It's pretty funny, all right.
Yeah, well, the funny thing is I believed her. It's too bad we really can't do anything about that, isn't it?
Well, there's nothing illegal about thinking about doing something. And if we arrested everybody who said they were going to kill somebody, we wouldn't have enough room left in the jails for the criminals.
Now, what if she does kill him?
Huh? Then I'll arrest her.
Then it's too late, huh?
I know that's not great, but that's the best I can do. Anything else?
No, I think I'll go home and collect 50 cents.
Collect what?
Inside job.
Lieutenant, we got a live one. Sorry, it's a dead one. Homicide.
You want to come along on this one?
Yeah, why not?
Come on.
8021 Ridgecrest, Lieutenant.
Got it. got, Doc?
Hi, Wayne. Tony.
Hiya, Doc.
What brings you here? A little ambulance chasing?
Nah, just a busman's holiday.
40, male, Caucasian. One shot right in the ticker. Gun's right here.
Anything else?
Not dead too long. Have the rest of it for you in a couple of hours.
Okay, Doc.
I need your help, Mr. Petrocelli. Please.
Well, you know them all, don't you?
No, I don't believe it. Do you remember the lady that I was talking to you about?
The one that said she was gonna...
She didn't lie.
Thank you for coming, Mr. Petrocelli.
To tell you the truth, it was mostly out of curiosity.
I'm in trouble.
That's an understatement.
I don't understand.
Oh, no, I think you do. Look, your husband was found dead, shot with a gun. According to the police report, you purchased that gun a half an hour before I met you. You have fingerprints around the gun, and to compound things, you told me you were going to do it.
Now, just a minute.
No, lady, you just a minute. You're not in just a little bit of trouble, miss. You've got a one-way ticket to the end of the line, and there's no stops in between.
You're talking as though I killed him.
Yeah, that's exactly the way I'm talking. It's exactly what the police are saying.
I didn't kill Alan.
Wait a second, lady. Now, I cannot believe that. You see, I wouldn't take your case with somebody else's 10-foot pole.
I swear on my daughter's life I didn't kill him.
Then why?
Why what?
Why didn't you kill him? You said you were going to.
Because I couldn't. Oh, I wanted to, all right. I just think it takes a certain type of person to kill someone, and I found out I'm not that type.
Okay, that I can believe, but look, there are other ways. Why didn't you divorce him?
Because I was afraid.
Of him?
Yes. Not so much for myself, but for Lisa.
That's your daughter?
Yes. He could be very violent. He had been before. I didn't know what he'd do if I asked him for a divorce.
Okay, Mrs. Edwards. Now, assuming I believe you, what do you think we should do about it?
Why, you prove that I didn't do it.
Mrs. Edwards, right now, I'd much rather be prosecuting than defending this case.
Oh, I know. I know it looks bad, but I also know that I didn't do it.
Okay, why don't you just start from the beginning, from the time you left my office?
You know I bought the gun.
Yeah.
And then I came to see you.
Mm-hmm.
I drove around for a while, and then I went home and went into the den to wait for Alan.
When did you arrive?
Well, he doesn't usually get home until around 6.
Okay, go on.
I stood there, not really sure what I was going to do. And then I took out the gun and the box of ammunition, and I tried to figure out how to load it. I'd never handled a gun before, and I didn't ask the man at the store where I bought it because I didn't want him to become suspicious. The more I tried, the more complicated it became. Then when I held it in my hand, it seemed so cold, and I became frightened. Suddenly it struck me so funny, just thinking of killing and not to even be able to load a gun. I realized I could never have done it.
Then what did you do?
I went into the bedroom. I called my sister, but she wasn't there, and so I took a shower.
What about the gun? What'd you do with the gun?
I left it on the desk.
Okay, go on.
Well, I guess I was in the shower for a long time, and I thought I heard a shot. I ran into the den and he was lying there. I knew he was dead. And for a moment, just a moment, I thought he'd killed himself. Then the pool man came in.
Mrs. Edwards, I thought I heard it. Mrs. Edwards.
And there I was.
And that's it, huh?
Until the police came and found out it was my gun.
What about your daughter?
She's in Indiana. She's been with my parents for the past week.
Does she know?
No, not yet.
What about your sister?
The police called her.
Now, is there anything else you can give me to go on? I mean, someone who would want to see her husband dead.
Just me. And you know, the funny part of it is when I saw him lying there, I realized that I really didn't want him to be dead.
Well, Mrs. Edwards, I can't tell you not to worry, but I will tell you that I do believe you. And I'll do everything I can to help you.
Mr. Petrocelli, thank you. Thank you for believing.
Gar?
Hi.
What are you doing here?
Well, I wanted to find out what's going on. Did you take her case?
Yep.
Why did she do it?
She didn't.
You're kidding.
That's just what I said, but she didn't. If you're going to stand here, we're never going to get any work done.
Tony, I heard what she said in the office.
But that's part of our problem, you see, because you're liable to call you as a witness. Now, you know where Pete is?
Yeah, but...
Let's go, because I need him. Come on.
Dismount from this thing. You see me? I won pulling away.
Oh, come on, take it easy, will you, Pete? You're talking to a second-place finisher.
You know, you were right. It is a lot of fun, and I'm going to spend a lot more time out here.
Yeah, but not today, huh?
What's up?
Did you ever hear of a guy by the name of Alan Edwards?
No, it's not familiar to me. What about him?
Well, he's dead.
And we're defending?
His wife. She said she was going to kill him, but didn't.
What?
Look, Pete, I want you to find out everything you can about this guy, from his birth certificate to his shoe size, huh?
Am I looking for anything in particular?
Yeah, someone who wanted him dead.
Okay, I'll get my hat. If anything comes up fast, where can I locate you?
I'll be over at Mrs. Edwards' sister's house, a lady by the name of Leah Barnes, and I'll be back at the office.
Okay, I'll get back to you. Not bad for the first time out, huh?
No, not bad at all, you wise guy.
Oh, mwah. You're not so bad for a second-place finisher.
Well, as Lombardi said, I never lost. Just sometimes the clock ran out when I was behind. Come on, I'm gonna take you back to the office. Let's go. Barnes?
Yes?
I'm Tony Petrocelli. I'm your sister's attorney.
Oh, yes. Please. Please come in.
Thank you.
How is Lauren?
Well, she's in trouble.
Yes, I know. Can you help her?
Maybe. That depends. Can you help her?
I'll try. Won't you come in?
Thank you.
Can I offer you something cool to drink?
No, thanks. Just the same. Miss Barnes, what can you tell me about Alan Edwards?
He was an unhappy man.
Because of his marriage?
No. His marriage was unhappy because of him.
What does that mean?
He felt trapped, Mr. Petrocelli, in a job he didn't like, in a company he hated.
And why did he stay?
Well, I don't know. I guess he thought it was the best he could do. He started off a bright young man, quick promotions, and then suddenly he stopped. And the people below him were promoted over him.
And he turned sour.
And mean. And a drinker.
But their marriage survived.
Barely.
Why did she want him dead?
Why do you say that?
Well, she told me she did.
Oh. Then she must have told you why.
No, I want you to tell me why.
She had her reasons.
The reasons are what I have to know.
He was no good.
That's not a reason.
He beat her.
Then why not divorce him?
Because that would have been too good for him.
Why?
Because he deserved worse.
But not to die.
Yes, to die.
Why?
Because he was an animal.
Still not a reason.
She had a reason.
Why?
Because
why?
Because he raped me. My sister's husband.
I'm sorry.
I should not have told you. I should have known that she wouldn't have told you.
Why is that?
Because it's going to make it look worse for her.
Well, not necessarily.
I don't understand.
It might have been a good motive for her, but it was a great motive for you.
How dare you?
I'm sorry, Miss Barnes, but I dare anything where my client is concerned. Now, she called you that day, and she said you weren't here. I have to ask you where you were.
Mr. Petrocelli, you were hired to defend my sister, not to incriminate me.
I have to ask.
I've had enough of your questions. Good day, Mr. Petrocelli.
Cut me off.
No, I didn't cut you off. I just came around to the side.
Come on, Pete. I have my move all set up just to move out.
There was no way you were going to beat me.
Oh, you two all right?
He cut me off.
Look, if you're supposed to be out here having fun, then what you said goes. It doesn't matter who wins.
Well, it doesn't exactly, no.
It is more fun to win, though.
Well, I'm gonna have a chance to find out.
What?
Well, Ladies' Day is Friday. I'm gonna give it a try.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm gonna show you what a good old Texas gal can do.
I suppose you're not going to try to win.
Well, if I just happen to come in first.
Well, if you're gonna do it, I sure we should wait a week or so to get in some practice.
Yeah, well, that's a doggone good idea.
I don't think so.
Listen, Pete, you keep going at Edwards, will you? We still don't have a whole lot on him.
You bet. And what about you?
I'm gonna head over to see Mrs. Edwards. I want to see what she has to say about her sister being raped.
It happened when I was taking Lisa back to Indiana. Leah had come over to look after the house, and he came home drunk and mean. And whatever he was feeling, he took it out on her.
But you didn't report it to the police.
No, I don't think Leah could have taken that. The shame. She finally told me the morning that I came to see you.
Which is when you bought the gun.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in the long run, she would have been better off going to the police. She'd still be alive.
But at what price, Mr. Petrocelli?
A very heavy price if we don't win.
Will we?
I'm gonna give it one hell of a try.
Hey, Tony, hold up.
Hey, Pete.
You know, that Edwards, he was something else again.
yeah, so I've been learning.
You know, he worked for the largest ad agency in the state, Hoffer and Beeman.
Yeah, he had the vice president in charge of something rather, huh?
Yeah, well, everybody above the mailroom was a vice president of something.
Yeah. Big title, no money.
Well, at least they have titles, Tony.
What, do you want a title?
I'd rather have money.
Pete, do you think you'd really be more happy with money?
Well, maybe. It sure would be fun to find out.
Oh, thanks a lot, yeah.
Anyway, Edwards was caught in this job for quite a while.
And not too happy about it, huh?
Well, the rumor is there was going to be a big flap going to happen there.
Yeah, like what?
A new man working for the agency named Morgan. Edwards was going to put the skids to him.
How?
Something to do with expense accounts. Anyway, it all ended when Edwards was killed.
How about that? Well, where can I find this fella, huh?
He's doing some kind of a job for the agency down at the Biltmore.
Maybe I'll just go down there and see what the vice president does to make a buck, huh? Okay, Pete. See you later.
Okay, come up slowly. Come on, that's it. That's it. Now, smile. That's it. People in bathing suits are happy. Big smile, shoulders back. That's it. Okay, now turn your head. Look the other way. Very good. Keep it up. You got that? Get that. Good. Okay, what do you have next now?
Susie.
Susie's next.
Yeah. Jeff, did you...
Okay, that's a wrap. You got that. Here you go.
Hey, Susie.
Let's go, Susie. Come on, I want to get the shot. Okay, listen. I want at least 3 shots on this duck, right? So get out there. I want to be pretty. Now, what I want you to do is take up shots, catch it from an angle, right? 3 good shots if you're just sitting there.
Hi, is that Mr. Morgan? You think he'll be free soon? I'd like to talk to him.
A few minutes. Can I help you?
No, I don't think so. I'd rather talk to him, actually.
I'm his wife.
You know, you do just what my wife would do.
What's that?
We'll stay pretty close when there's a few girls around.
That's not a bad idea. But that's not why I'm here. You're?
I'm Tony Petrocelli. I'm Lauren Edwards' lawyer.
Oh, I heard about that. It really shook everyone up.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Anyway, I brought the ad layouts by for Jeff.
Uh-huh.
I'm waiting for a ride.
You don't have a car?
Well, I hate to admit it, but I'm from New York, and I never learned how to drive.
Then you're in a lot of trouble because they have a pretty lousy subway system out here.
That's for sure.
Let me just put you over here. Okay? Right now, grab it. Ah, that's beautiful. That's good. Go ahead.
Well, how are you people doing out here?
Oh, Jeff's doing really well here after the rat race in New York. He's had this dream. Looks like now it may come true.
So Especially since Alan Edwards is out of the way now.
Good, that's all right. That's good. There you go. Okay, beautiful. So what do you think? You got it?
Hey, excuse me. I think your husband's free now. Mr. Morgan?
Yeah?
Hi, I'm Tony Petrocelli. I'm Lauren Edwards' attorney.
Oh, yeah. Listen, when you see her, thank her for me.
No, for what?
For knocking off that creep she was married to.
Did you some good, did you?
Yeah, probably saved my job.
Well, how's that?
He was gonna raise some kind of a stink about my expense accounts.
Did a little padding, did you, huh?
No more than anybody else.
So does that make it all right?
Look, what do you want?
I want to know where you were the day Edwards was killed.
You kidding me?
I'm not hired to be funny. Where were you?
Out in the desert, picking some locations.
Anybody with you?
No, but what's the difference? The cops have the killer.
No, the cops don't have the killer, but they will. You can make book on that.
Petrocelli?
Excuse me, can I help you?
All right, where is he?
Are you looking?
That's right. Now, where is he?
He is out.
Oh, he's out. When I get my hands on him, he's going to be out for good.
What is it you want?
I want him to stay away from Leah. She's got enough sorrow in her life. You tell him to keep her out of this case, or I'll kill him.
Hey, Counselor.
Hey, Carter, how you doing?
How's it going?
Awful. I just had to pay to have my car parked across the street.
Well, you just saved yourself a tollway charge.
Thanks.
Listen, I was just talking to the DA about the Edwards case. He tells me that you're going to go for not guilty.
Yeah, that's because she isn't.
Tony, she even told you that she was going to do it.
But women do change their minds, Wayne.
Not this time. Now, look. Now, we know Lauren Edwards bought the gun and ammunition about a half hour before she went to see you. She was so sure about it, she even asked what the penalties were. She beat him home by an hour or so. She admits that. She loaded the gun and was ready for him. She wanted everything to appear normal, so she showered. Then when her husband came home, he found nothing unusual about not being met at the door. She'd even sent her daughter to her folks, as she had done before, though she wouldn't be there. She knew he'd be in the den, because he always had a drink after work.
Hey, want a drink?
Is that all you ever think about is drinking?
Hey, listen, I'm hot. I just came home. I want a drink. You want a drink?
They got into a heated argument, which they had done so many times before, during which she waited for the right moment to take out the gun, which she had concealed in her robe.
I'll tell you what. You gotta be kidding.
Oh, I'm not kidding.
She finally had all she could take, and she shot him. Personally, I think she was very clever, coming to you first and telling you that she was going to kill him, and then denying it. Hey, that's a very bright lady. But now, Tony, there are just too many hard facts.
Okay, look. I know it was her gun, but she swears she didn't load it.
Oh, really? Well, there were still 4 bullets left in the clip, and her fingerprints were all over the grip. Tony, if she didn't do it, who did?
That's just what I'm gonna find out. See you later, kid.
What's your story? I'm Jack May, Lauren's sister's fiancé. Yeah. I loved her. I wanted to marry her.
And?
Well, and that pig, he did what he did to her. He changed her. Things aren't like they were. They may never be that way again. And I love her. And she can't handle that now. And then you came along and she was afraid that everyone would... I couldn't let you do that.
What about Edwards?
Well, I went after him a couple of nights before he was killed. Only he whipped me. I wanted to kill him, and he whipped me.
That's a hell of a reason to go after him with a gun, isn't it, huh?
I don't have a gun.
Maybe you found one close by. Yeah, maybe you did find one. Maybe there was one waiting for you, huh?
I wasn't anywhere near there when he was killed.
Did you prove it?
Maybe, if I have to.
Well, I got a funny thing you're gonna have to prove it.
Tony, is that you? No, no, Mr. Petrocelli isn't here. Goodbye. Where have you been? I have been trying to get hold of you.
You never had trouble getting a hold of me before.
Would you be serious? There was a man here who said he was going to kill you.
Huh?
How can you be so calm? What is it you know that I don't?
I know, but his name is Jack Mayhew, and he's Leah Barnes' boyfriend. Hmm?
And where did you meet him?
Well, let's just say that I ran into him. Hey, do me a favor, will you? Whip up a discovery motion for me. I want to get some testing done on the murder weapon.
We've got the report from the police. They did all the tests.
No, I want to do some testing they haven't thought of before, though, okay?
Okay. Hi, Pete.
Maggie. Tony, sure been a long day.
Well, just the beginning. What'd you come up with?
That Morgan does the ads where Edwards worked.
Hello, this is Anthony Petrocelli.
Seems his job is very important to him.
I mean, aside from being a vice president.
It turns out he couldn't get a job in New York. He was fired from 2 different agencies back there. This job was his last chance.
What else?
Oh, a fellow named Jack Mayhew had a heck of a fight with Edwards. He warned he was going to kill him.
Yeah, he'd do something like that.
Turns out he doesn't have an alibi either.
That's good work, Pete. Check out the city cab company for me. See if there was a cab at or near the Edwards house the day of the murder, huh?
Okay, and you need it
What else?
yesterday.
I talked to Lieutenant Carter. You can pick the gun up this afternoon.
Great, honey. Pete, what is the name of that fingerprint expert of yours?
Tommy Welsh?
Tommy Welsh? Good. Honey, do me a favor. Call him and have him come over here, okay?
What do you think you'll find that the police couldn't?
It's all in knowing where to look.
The Superior Court in and for the County of San Remo is now in session. The Honorable Judge Manners presiding.
Yes, I was there when the defendant was taken to jail.
Oh, I see. Well, tell me, Lieutenant, how was she dressed?
In a robe.
In a robe? Well, that's kind of casual attire, isn't it, for someone planning a murder, as the prosecution claimed?
I've seen him dressed in a lot less than that.
Yeah, I imagine you have. Now, Lieutenant, this is the automatic pistol marked People's Exhibit 1. Is this just a murder weapon?
That's right.
Good gun, is it? Easy to load?
I suppose.
You show us how?
Well, it's pretty simple. Clip comes out like this, put the bullets in there, and then you slap the clip back in like that.
Thank you. No further questions.
Mr. Easton?
Anyone, even someone unfamiliar with guns, could load that.
I believe so.
Thank you.
Witness is excused.
We call to the stand Mr. Thomas Welsh.
Yes, sir. I dusted the barrel, the grip, and the trigger.
Did you find fingerprints?
I did.
Whose?
The defendant's.
No others.
One set identified as belonging to the man who sold her the gun.
And that was all? I mean, on the gun?
Yes.
Excuse me. What did you do then?
Then I removed the clip and the remaining bullets, and I dusted them.
And did you find fingerprints on the clip and the bullets?
I did.
The defendant's?
No.
Then whose?
I don't know. I haven't run a comparison test, except with the defendant, and they're not hers.
Now, how would you say the fingerprints got there?
Obviously, whoever loaded the gun left them.
Obviously. Thank you. No more questions.
Mr. Easton?
No questions, Your Honor.
Witness is excused.
right, Tony. It was a city cab.
Thanks, Pete. Your Honor, the defense calls Mr. Jeffrey Morgan.
I'm advertising executive and vice president of Hoffler and Beeman.
And before that?
I worked in New York.
Really? I used to work there myself. I like it a lot better out here. I tell you, the weather
That's all very interesting, Mr. Petrocelli, but would you please examine the witness?
I'm sorry, Your Honor, of course. Well, I take it your current job is most important to you.
Sure. Isn't yours?
Very. I'm about to start doing it now. Did you live in Manhattan?
Yeah.
I guess you must have had about 4 or 5 locks in your door all the time, huh?
Yeah, sure did.
Other security measures?
Yeah?
Like a gun?
What do you mean?
I thought it was a simple question. Did you own a gun?
Yeah, but I had a license.
Yeah, I know you did.
But I don't have it now.
I'm sure. But you and your family were very familiar with guns.
A little.
What would have happened if you were fired from your job in this town?
It would have been awful, but I wasn't fired.
I know that. I think I know why, too. Your Honor, I believe that we can establish that Jeff Morgan's job, as well as his entire future, was in jeopardy because of what Alan Edwards knew. Edwards also had records. Records that would end Jeff Morgan's job if they ever came to light. And something had to be done. So keeping that in mind, I'd like to take you back to the Edwards house that day of the murder and present yet another version of what might have happened. Lauren Edwards did buy the gun, but whatever her reasons were when she bought it, she found that she couldn't use it. She couldn't even load it. And so she left it there on the desk. Then she telephoned her sister, desperately needing someone to talk to. But her sister wasn't at home. And it wasn't long after that, while Lauren was in the shower, that her husband came home without her knowing. Not being greeted by Lauren was nothing unusual, so he went to the den to make himself a drink. And shortly thereafter, the real killer showed up. Showed up by cab. Someone who knew how to use a gun. Why a cab? Why not drive? Unless that person was from New York. Unless that person never learned how to drive. Unexpectedly, it was Mrs. Morgan who arrived while Lauren was still in the shower.
Yeah, well, look here.
I have to talk to you.
Sure, come on in. Let's have a drink.
Alan Edwards, thinking Lauren was out, invited Mrs. Morgan in.
What are you drinking?
Nothing.
Oh, come on, let me mix you a drink.
No, thank you.
Nothing? Okay. Well, what can I do for you?
It's about Jeff.
Yeah, well, that figures.
I know you have the reports.
That's right.
Please, don't use them against him. It'll kill him.
That's right. I've been dying a little myself.
Please, whatever you want, just don't hurt him.
Well, maybe you can work something out, huh? You wait here. I'll get the records, then we'll go somewhere and, talk.
She came there to try to bargain for her husband, to make a deal with Alan Edwards. But knowing the type of man he was, we can imagine the price he wanted her to pay. Disgusted and outraged, she didn't know what to do. Then she saw the gun. Being familiar with guns, she had no trouble in loading it, but she loaded it with her bare hands, leaving her prints on the clip. Using her handkerchief, she picked up the gun and waited for Alan to return.
Ready, baby?
After she killed him, she took the incriminating papers and ran, leaving Lauren Edwards to find the body and the police to find Lauren's prints. Your Honor, I have a deposition here from the city cab company stating that one of their drivers did indeed drop a passenger off at the Edwards house at that time and day. I'm prepared to call the driver to so testify. Further, Your Honor, if Mrs. Morgan submits to a fingerprint test, I'm sure that her prints will match those on the clip. With this in mind, Your Honor, I respectfully request that the charges against my client be dismissed. You know, honey, I've been thinking about you racing.
What about it?
I don't know, I just got a funny feeling.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, you know, my wife, the mother of my future children, driving around on a hot rod.
Petrocelli, you're a chauvinist.
No, I'm not. I'm worried about you.
I worried about you, but you did it.
Honey, why are you always so logical?
Because I love you for worrying about me. But I want to do it.
Are you sure?
Absolutely.
Well, if you're really sure. Look, when you get to the first curve, just stay high, see? See, and then cut down fast. Try to stay on the inside in the straightaway. Okay, now on the back curve, try to stay down low. Maybe drop in a second. Got it? Now stand on it. When you're out of it, you keep on going.